Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and I want to do things a little differently on my channel now. Due to the hard times that we are facing, I know parents and children are really struggling right now, but I want to be there to provide some advice or play experiences that you can have at home with your children. So I want to be talking about learning through play. With my early education background, I have a lot of experience with early childhood development. Today I want to be talking about learning through play. I want to give you a quote from Loris Malaguzzi that really sums up learning through play. Stand aside for a while and leave the room for learning. Observe carefully what children do, and then if you understand well, perhaps teaching will be different from before. So basically what this quote is talking about is watching your children and seeing what interests that they have when they're playing. That could be from any sort of observations. Let's say that your child is playing with blocks in a way that they're using one for a hammer and one for a nail. That could mean lots of different things. That could mean that they're interested in construction right now. They could like the sound of the two things hitting together. There's a lot of different explanations to why this is happening. And you can learn a lot of your child's interests through their play. So today I want to be talking about learning through play, but sensory based. I know that a lot of children love sensory play, to get to feel it between their fingers and just everything like that. They love the noise, they love the texture. I want to give you some examples about sensory play that you can do at home with either the resources you already have or just picking up a few things here and there to help you along during a sensory-based play experience. Along with these experiences, I wanted to make sure that most of the items that you would have in your home to encourage sustainability and to use up what you already have and not to be going out and buying more when you can just use what's around your house. And if you do need to buy stuff, it'll be stuff that'll last you for quite a long time that your child can continue to play with. So my first example is water play. Water play is so important for children. It gets them to be silly and have fun. Of course, it needs to be supervised depending on the age of your child, but water play can be so good for their development. I want to give you guys a few experiences that can go along with water play that your child will love. So my first one is that you can fill up a tub with water and add different materials depending on the age of your child. You can add bowls, cups, mixing spoons that your child can practice dumping and filling, or the spoons, they can make it so that they're making soup with the water. You can add like flowers and stuff so they can make flour soup. Just again, it's about the interest of the child. If you notice that they're stirring, ask them, are you making soup? Do you need ingredients for your soup? And that facilitates the child's interest, and it really shows that you're thinking about them and what they are interested in. And that is when the play goes up so much, because they know that you care about what they are wanting to learn. Another great example of water play is finding different materials in your home. You can find pens, pencils, coins, paintbrushes, cups, buttons, all this sort of stuff that you can add to the water, and the child can decide if it's gonna sink or if it's gonna float. Depending on the age of your child, they can make a little chart, yes or no to floating. They can explain to you why they think it's gonna float or sink. So this encourages science as well as sensory play, which is a great thing, because if you can find play experiences that combine different studies, that's really helpful for your child, and especially because it is in a way that is fun and they'll want to learn more about science if you're showing it in a fun way. Another great example, especially for preschoolers, 3, 4, you can do a baby wash station, and this is really simple. If your child loves babies, if your child loves animals, if your child loves cars, you can pick whichever they're interested in the most and just get a tub of water, put some dish soap in, get either a brush or a rag, and they can wash their items and act like it's a car wash. And I know children really enjoy that because they connect it to a real life experience. A wonderful example, which I'm sure that you all know about by now, is slime making. Children absolutely love slime making. The kids in my class, that was their favorite activity, and it just needs glue, contact solution, a little bit of baking powder, and you can make slime. And this is especially great because you can get a recipe online, print it out, and the child can learn the measurements of it, which incorporates science into their play along with the sensory experience that slime gives them. They can stretch it. If you want to take it further, they can mold stuff in it. There's a lot of different options when it comes to slime, and I know that they will love the slime experience if you create it for them. Another sensory play for today is ice play. It's another activity that requires adult supervision, but it is a lot of fun for children. So what you can do, you can freeze toys inside of ice. I know I've done an experience where I froze little plastic bugs and I put them into a huge container, and I talked about how in the springtime everything starts to melt, the animals start coming out, so that's a great way to incorporate the season and through a fun play experience. I know that kids also really enjoyed hitting the ice with popsicle sticks to try to carve it faster, and children are so creative. They'll be like, hey, what if we add cold water? What is that gonna do? If we add warm water, what is that gonna do? So planning these experiences for the children really spark their creativity and show you how much they really know about their surroundings. It's a wonderful way to teach your children, but also teach you how smart and wonderful they are. Another amazing example of ice play, which I've done with my kids before, is you get a big baking tray and you put water inside of it. And what I've also seen is you can put a paper right on the bottom with like a little ice rink drawn out on it. You freeze the water and then they can play ice hockey. You just have to use popsicle sticks and maybe a bottle cap for them to shoot around. That is an older child activity because of the hockey puck, but overall it is so much fun and it gives them experience of playing hockey, but just in a tabletop version. And I absolutely love that play experience. Another great example of sensory-based play is sand play. If you are lucky enough to have a sand table in your home or a sand pit in the backyard, that is an amazing play experience for children. You can fill the sand pit with pails, buckets, shovels, and that can really encourage your child's interest in dumping and filling. And if you have seen this interest through water play, it's a great example of how you can extend a play experience, because if you see it during water play, you can also encourage dumping and filling of sand play. It gives you different domains for your child to express their creativity and express the interest that they are interested in right now. Another great sand play experience is hiding things in the sand for them to find. I know that children love to explore and be pirates and treasure hunters. They absolutely love doing that. So if you hide things in the sand pit, they can search for them. They could even make a chart of what things that they have found and cross it off, see how many items that they have found, which incorporates literacy and numeracy. What you can also do is give them strainers that they can pan for gold. I know I've done that before, where I've painted rocks gold and they can pan for gold in their sand pit. I just love sand play experiences. It gives them such free range and just makes them feel important and like treasure hunters. I absolutely love all these sensory-based experiences, and I really hope that you and your children love them as well. And I'm just so excited for the future content that I'm going to make about this. If you have any suggestions for video ideas, please comment them down below. If you have any questions about the interests that your child may be having, I could also answer those down below. If you have a more in-depth question for me, I'll leave my email down below and you can email me about the interest that your child is showing, what play experiences would be best for them. I am here to help you, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me or comment it down below. So please like and subscribe. I hope to have new videos coming very soon, and I can't wait to create all these memories with you. Please share if you have done any of these play experiences. So thank you for watching. Have a marvelous day. We'll see you next time. Bye everybody.